Welcome back, Interior Alaska. Fred Brown here, monitoring this Saturday's sports duties. On the docket, we're talking football and a little more football. But first, we start on the frozen pond. Hockey. It's back. The Fairbanks Ice Dogs look to start their season strong, and they came out of the gate with a bang. The Fairbanks boys hit the road and invaded the home of their NAHL rival, the Kenai River Brown Bears, down in Soldotna. The Dogs shared the wealth in their 5-1 win, notching 5 scores from 5 different players. Netminder Kevin Aldridge turned away 22 would-be goals in the win as well. The game was tight for one period of play as the Dogs went into the break with a 1-goal lead. But starting round 2, the Dogs dumped on the offense to ruin the Brown Bears' night. Crosstown rivals' undefeated squad and homecoming sounds like the start of a slug-it-out grudge match, and that was the storyline last night as the Eielson Ravens played host to the Monroe Rams. My weekday doppelganger Joe Cook was there and has more.
Ravens and Monroe Rams came in undefeated in the Greatland Conference, and these two teams put on the show tonight. In the first quarter, 2 Monroe turnovers turned into Eielson points, and Eielson had a 34-13 lead at halftime. There were so many plays, we had to fast forward to the fourth quarter. Eielson's Tony Griffith tight roping up the sideline as he breaks to the outside for a 35-yard touchdown, diving for the pylon. Griffith had almost 300 yards rushing tonight and 5 touchdowns. It's 40-20 Eielson with 7:48 left in the game. But just 15 seconds later, after a good kick return by Alex Callahan, Tyler Wells connects with Scooter Bynum. That would be a deadly connection. 40-26 is the score, just 7:33 on the game clock. On the ensuing possession, Griffith answers. He squeaks through the middle for a 51-yard score right up the middle. 47-26 Eielson now with 5:35 to go in the game. But despite the score, the Rams did not go away. Tyler Wells finds Brendan Maines from 22 yards out to make it 47-32. Tyler Wells had 329 yards passing through the air and 6 touchdown passes. If Tony Griffith was Adrian Peterson, then Tyler Wells was RG3, and this guy, Scooter Bynum, was Megatron. Late in the fourth quarter, Wells goes to Bynum again. This is Bynum's 5th touchdown catch. He had over 200 yards receiving as well. And you know what? They get the 2-point conversion as well. He gets both feet in bounds. Just 1 minute and 7 seconds to play. It's 47-40. Eielson's lead down to just 1 score. The Rams go for the onside kick. And guess what? They get it. Who else? Scooter Bynum recovers the onside kick after much discussion from the refs. The ball goes to Monroe. But the Rams defense holds on. Kenyon Kincaid and Austin Edson combined for 7 sacks, and none bigger than on Monroe's last possession of the game, pushing Monroe way back as Tyler Wells just scrambling for dear life, but to no avail. Griffith would tack on another TD, and the Ravens hold on to win homecoming. 54-40, the best Greatland game of the year, arguably maybe the best in the interior so far this season. Both teams showed tons of heart.
Sunday night means rivalry action as Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks have a showdown with their Western Division foes, the San Francisco 49ers. Here's Dan Patrick, Tony Dungy, and Rodney Harrison to give us a preview.
Football Night in America, Dan Patrick, Tony Dungy, and Rodney Harrison. Coming up on Sunday night, it'll be Seattle and San Francisco. Let me start with the Seahawks. They win on the road, something they weren't very good at doing early last year. What do you see differently with this team as opposed to last year?
Well, I really see a confidence level and confidence in Russell Wilson. They've had that good defense, but now they believe, hey, tight games, fourth quarter, he can make the plays that can win them for
They definitely believe in him, but my biggest concern is that offensive line, which is supposed to be a strength of that team, really didn't look too good against Carolina. Carolina was able to put a lot of pressure on Russell Wilson, keep him inside the pocket in the first half. The second half, he played a lot better and started making plays. But, you know, in the past, that team would have kind of fell apart, Coach, but now you see the confidence that you're talking about.
Well, you have a game. How tough is it for San Francisco? Big game against Green Bay, then to get back up now for the division rival, which is an even bigger game.
They won't take any, trust me, Dan, a division rival like that. These two teams hate each other. They respect each other as far as how hard these teams play. But when it comes to a divisional game, you don't need Dan Patrick to get you pumped up.
Oh, and they're going up to Seattle. They know how tough that is, a place to play with all the noise and everything. They're going to have to be on their game. But I like where they are. They threw the ball so well last week. Anquan Bolden is going to give these guys a big lift.
And we saw something different from Kaepernick. I guess Jim Harbaugh is saying, all right, if you're going to take away one thing, I mean, be careful. You got to pick your poison with Kaepernick here.
They beat Green Bay by throwing the ball from the pocket. He was hot. He used all his weapons. Vernon Davis and Bolden were fantastic.
And I think that was the most impressive thing to me was Colin Kaepernick. It wasn't like they were solely reliant on the read option. He dropped back and he said, hey, I'm a legitimate quarterback in this league, and you have to respect it.
Yeah, he's matching Aaron Rodgers throw for throw. So Sunday night, it'll be the Seahawks hosting the San Francisco 49ers right here on NBC. We'll see you on Football Night in America at 7 p.m. Eastern.
That's it for me this weekend, but stick with us at KHVF. The wonderful Nikki Carvajal hits the weather wall in exactly 2 minutes.